Okay, good afternoon students. In previous class, we have discussed the definition of cell, what is cell, cell theory, okay, and who is modified the cell theory, what are the characters of the present modified cell theory, okay, under the concept cell, the unit of life, cell, the unit of life. Now, in today's class, we are going to discuss the overview an overview of cell. Overview of cell in the sense ಕೋಶಿ ಅಥವಾ ನೀವು cell ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀರಿ. Overview in the sense, in brief, we are going to study what else the cell contains. And after this concept, we are going to study in detail what the components of a cell. In detail, we are going to study the component of a cell, who is discovered that component, what is the function of that, what is the size, what is the shape, where it is going to present, all these things we are going to study. Before that, we are going to know an overview of cell. Yesterday we are discussed regarding the scientist. In 1838 and 1839, two scientists were discussed, Swan and other fellow. In the sense, they told Swan told regarding the plasma membrane and cell wall. Okay, the cell is having the boundary. In plant cell, they are going to there is a cell wall, and cell wall is absent in a animal cell. Now, in today's class, we are going to discuss an overview of cell. Let us start the discussing about an overview of cell. I don't know whether you are seen or not, but here take your onion peel or human cheek cells under the microscope. I think you are observed. If it is microscope is available in your school, ನೀವು ಮೊದಲೇ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಸ್ಕೋಪ್ ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸಿರತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಒನಿಯನ್ ಪೀಲ್ ಅಥವಾ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಚೀಕ್ ಸೆಲ್ ನೋಡಿರಬಹುದು. ಆರ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್ when you are going to come to the laboratory for first year lab, that time I will show you. This onion peel or a onion cell is a distinct plant cell. It consists of outer border, in the sense we are going to call it as a cell wall. I think it is looks like this. Onion peel. Okay. Right. Now, onion cell has distinct cell wall, and within it the cell membrane. But I mentioned that in previous class, the cell wall is absent in an animal cell. Animal cell has a thin outer membrane. We are going to call it as a plasma membrane. Now, inside each cell, the dense membrane bond structure inside each cell, inside each cell, the dense membrane bond structure called as a nucleus. Now, based upon the presence of cell wall and absence of cell wall, we are discriminating two kinds of cell. One is animal cell, another one is what we are going to call that one as a plant cell. Now, again we are going to discriminate the cell, or we are going to discriminate the animals or organisms based upon whether they have the nucleus, that nucleus membrane bound or non-membrane. Understood? So let us discuss about this first. Inside each cell, for example, I used to draw here simple one animal cell, and the outermost layer, this one thing layer, we are going to call it this is a plasma membrane. Okay, and in case of plant cell, we are going to get outside it cell, and inside this we are going to get the membrane bond organelle, that is what we are going to call it as a nucleus. Inside each cell, the dense membrane bond structure called as a nucleus, drawn here, and this nucleus This nucleus has a chromosomes. Inside that nucleus, we are going to have the chromosome. This is the chromosome. This is the nucleus, and inside this chromosome has genetic material. That is what we are going to call it as a DNA. In the sense, the cell, whether it is plant cell or animal cell, in plant cell we are going to get the outer membrane, that is the cell wall. In animal cell we are going to get only the plasma membrane, cell membrane. Inside each cell we are going to get the dense membrane bond structure called as a nucleus. That nucleus, within the nucleus we are going to get the chromosome, and in chromosome we are going to get the genetic material. In the sense, they are the genetic material as a DNA. Now, we are discriminate, I told you, animal cell and plant cell based upon the presence of cell wall and absence of cell wall. If the cell wall is there, that is the plant cell. If the cell wall is absent, that is the animal cell. Now, we are going to discriminate another two kinds of organisms like eukaryotics and prokaryotics. Eukaryotic in the sense, the organisms which are having the membrane bond nuclei. The organisms which are having the membrane bond nuclei, and that is we are going to call as a true nuclei. True nuclei in the sense the nucleus is covered by the membrane or membrane bond, and those organisms we are going to call that as a eukaryotes. And the organisms are having, or the cells we are going to call it those organisms like eukaryotic. Eukaryotic in the sense cells has the membrane bond nucleus within it. Those are called as eukaryotic. If the membrane bond nucleus is absent in a cell, that time we are going to call them as a prokaryotes. Prokaryotes in the sense organisms which are lack of membrane bond nucleus in their cell. Right? This is about the other two kinds of organisms we are going to study here: eukaryotes and prokaryotes. And both these eukaryotes and prokaryotes have semi-fluid matrix called as a cytoplasm. Semi-fluid matrix called as a cytoplasm. In the sense, I used to draw here. I am showing you one general cell. This is what we are going to call as a complete cytoplasm. Whether it is eukaryotic cell or prokaryotic cell, we are going to get semi-fluid liquid. Semi-fluid liquid, that is called as a matrix. Semi-fluid matrix called as a cytoplasm occupies the volume of cell. That occupies the volume of cell. And within this cytoplasm, so many activities are going to take place. Within this cytoplasm, the cytoplasm is the main arena of a cellular activity. Main arena of a cellular activity, and there the many chemical reactions are going to take place. Various chemical reactions are going to take place, and that keep the cell alive. A cell live state na idabekadanga ideno anta em padan cytoplasm indi cytoplasm dagina various chemical activities have to take place. Understood? Then next, in this what cytoplasm we are going to get different kinds of membrane bond organelles rather than apart from the nucleus. The cells or the cell, within that we are going to get the membrane bond organelle and the nucleus. Apart from nucleus, there are other organelles are there which are having the which are covered by the membrane bond. In the sense, in a cell or in a cytoplasm, there are membrane bond organelles other than nucleus. What are those? Membrane bond organelle I have already endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲಿರೋದ cytoplasm ನಲ್ಲಿ. Endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, okay, lysosomes, then mitochondria, microbodies, vacuoles. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ membrane bond organelles. These all are membrane bond organelles, and these membrane bond organelles are present only in eukaryotic cell. These membrane bond organelles are found only in eukaryotic cell, and these membrane bond organelles are absent in prokaryotes. ಈ prokaryote ಏನಂತ ಈ prokaryote membrane bond organelle ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. Nucleus ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ prokaryotes ಏನಂತೀವಿ ನಾವು, if there is a the nucleus is not covered by membrane bond. In the sense, the prokaryotes are doesn't containing any membrane bond organelles. Okay, and eukaryotes contain the membrane bond organelles, including nucleus. Nucleus na irbodu ಏನು ಮಾತ್ರ other membrane bond organelles are endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, lysosomes, mitochondria, micropodies, then vacuoles. Understood? And apart from these membrane bond organelles, all these are found in animals. In plants, we are going to get another one. What we are going to call it as these are all are the membrane bond organelles which are found in a cell. In the sense, eukaryotic cell. Now next we are going to get a study non-membrane bond organelles. What are the non-membrane bond organelles? The main non-membrane bond organelles are ribosomes, and these ribosomes are present both in eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells. Both in eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells. Understood? And another one, non-membrane bond organelle present in animal cells, that is centriole. That we are going to call as a centriole, which is help in a cell division. That can help in a cell division. Cell division help model ಯಾವ ಪಾತ್ರ centriole, and it is non-membrane bond organelle present in a animal cell. Now here the ribosomes are present in a both eukaryotic cell and what I told you prokaryotic cell, and these ribosomes are present in a cytoplasm as well as they are attached to the chloroplast, attached to the mitochondria and endoplasmic reticulum. Attached to the what I told you chloroplast, mitochondria and endoplasmic reticulum in case of eukaryotic cell. In the sense, location of ribosome. Ribosomes are present in cytoplasm as well as they are attached to the chloroplast, mitochondria and endoplasmic reticulum. In such a way that this is about what a brief and overview of a cell. And in next class or further, what we are going to study in the sense, we are going to study in detail regarding the membrane bond organelles like nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, ribosomes, mitochondria, micropodies, vacuoles, etc. We are going to study about the ribosomes in detail. We are going to study about the chloroplast. We are going to study about the centrioles. These all the things we are going to study in detail, one by one. Okay, those are what we are going to call it as cell organelles. Now, after this, we are going to discuss the cell. There are different types of cells. Cells are various. Cells are various in the sense, cells are different kinds of cells based upon their shape, their size, and their function. Okay, cells differ in their size, shape, and activity. Cells, they are going to differ in their size, shape, and activity. And few examples they are mentioned in your NCERT book. So the first one is mycoplasm. Mycoplasm, it is the smallest cell. Mycoplasm, it is a smallest cell and it is measured about 0.3 micrometer. 0.3 micrometer. Whether bacteria could measure 3 to 5 micrometer. Under bacteria in the mycoplasm. Largest isolated cell, one cell, largest isolated cell, single cell is the egg of ostrich. These things can be asked for the 1 mark question for your current examination. Name the smallest cell of an organism in the sense mycoplasm, and the largest cell, isolated single cell, it is the egg of an ostrich. It is egg of an ostrich. When we come to multicellular organisms, single cell to multicellular now regular cells in human beings are measured about 7 micrometer. Nerve cells are the longest cells. This is what about the size of a cells. single cell and multicellular red blood cells and nerve cells. Next, what we are going to discuss about in the cells? We are going to discuss about the cell. There are different kinds or various kinds of cells based upon their shape. Those are like disc-like cells are there, polygonal cells are there, columnar, cuboidal, thread-like, etc. Columnar, cuboidal, polygonal, okay, thread-like, etc. This is about what? The cells are differ in their size, shape and activity. Size, shape and activity. Now, once again I am going to recall the things regarding an overview of cell. First, coniacular imaging cell. When we are going to observe under the microscope, we are going to study the onion cell as a distinct cell wall. Onion cell as a distinct cell wall, and inside that the cell membrane. Cell wall is absent in animal cells. Inside the cell wall or inside the cell, what we are going to call it as a inside the each cell there is a dense membrane bond structure. Dense membrane bond structure. We are going to call it as a nucleus. Nucleus. Within the nucleus, we are going to get the chromosome. Chromosomes are having the genetic material, that is the DNA. Then next, if the organism or the cell which are having the membrane bond nuclei, those are called as a eukaryotic. If the membrane bond nuclei is absent, that time we are going to call them as a prokaryotes. Both eukaryotes and prokaryotes are having the semi-fluid matrix within them, that is called as a cytoplasm, and it occupies the volume of a cell. Occupies the volume of a cell, and that is the main arena. Cytoplasm is the main arena of a cellular activity, and various chemical reactions are take place in a cytoplasm that helps to keep the cell in living state. Then next, within the cytoplasm we are going to get two kinds of organelles. One is membrane bound organelles, another one is non-membrane bound organelles. Membrane bound organelles are endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, lysosomes, mitochondria, microbodies and vacuoles. These all membrane bound organelles are found only in eukaryotes. These are absent in prokaryotes. And next, non-membrane bound organelles, example ribosomes. Ribosomes are present in both eukaryotes and prokaryotes, and these are present in the cytoplasm. Apart from the cytoplasm, you are going to find the ribosomes in chloroplast, mitochondria and endoplasmic reticulum. On a membrane of chloroplast, mitochondria and endoplasmic reticulum. There is another one membrane bound organelle called as a centriole, which is present in animal cell. This centriole, which is helpful for the cell division, which is helpful in a cell division, in the sense from multiplication of cell. From one cell to the number of cells are going to form, and we were studied in an earlier class. Cellular unicellular, in the sense the cell, new cell is going to form by the pre-existing cell, by the cell division, and during that cell division these centrioles are going to help. Understood? And these centrioles are the non-membrane bound organelles. Non-membrane bound organelles. After that, the cells are divided in size, shape and activity. Size, shape and activity. Here I told you mycoplasm is the smallest cell. It is measured 0.3 micrometer, whereas bacteria could measure 3 to 5 micrometers. Largest isolated single cell, it is the egg of an ostrich. When we are going to discuss about the multicellular organism, the red blood cells of a human, that is the smallest 7 micrometer. Nerve cells are the longest cells, and based upon the shape, in the sense there are the different kinds of cells. Their shape means the different kinds of shapes are disc-like cells are there, polygonal cells are there, columnar cells are there, cuboidal cells are there, then thread-like cells are there. Understood? Likewise, this is about what an overview of a cell. And And in next class, what I told you, we used to discuss in detail about the cell wall, the difference between animal cell, plant cell, difference between eukaryotic and prokaryotic, and we are going to discuss about the structure of a plasma membrane, the structure of a plasma membrane. Then we are going to discuss about the membrane mode organelles, nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, lysosomes, etc. in detail. Non-membrane mode organelles, ribosomes, and centrioles in detail. Okay. Today we are going to study who is discovered, when it was discovered, what is the function of that, what is the particular structure of that, what their shape, size, and their activity. We are going to study in detail all of this. Okay. In today's class, I am going to stop here, and in next class we are going to study all these organelles in detail. Thank you.